So Towson, um, the most important thing that happened there was my junior year. I was looking for an I was looking for an internship, and I called it, put my resume into a few different places, and one of which was this guy who wrote like new business, uh, starting a new business in the area, come be the first employee, learn how the business grows and operates, essentially. And that's the one I applied to, and the guy called me back shortly thereafter. His name is Alan Klug, and he was starting the 35th franchise of 1-800 Got Junk in Baltimore. And I was Alan's first employee, which was super exciting to me because I literally was there day one with them when we opened our doors and did their first job. So I learned how to run a business. And I did that for him. I was his operation manager for a year and a half, and toward a year and a half. Yep. And then decided towards the end of my senior year that I wanted to open my own franchise, and so flew out to Vancouver, where the headquarters are, and originally planned to open it in Albany, but then decided logistically it made more sense for us to stay in Baltimore, and plus Alan had already started to establish the brand in Baltimore. So I was awarded like the 95th franchise or whatever it was for 100 Got Junk. And started that at 23, I think I started. Um, and yeah, that was great. It was a growing business that was growing, but it didn't have any recognition. So my job basically was to build a brand where there wasn't one, which led me into my career later on of marketing, as I had been on the other side of the table for years. Um, so ran the business. During this time, Mommy and I had moved out of apartments, and we had lived in a house, uh, a 3-bedroom ranch in just on the edge of Baltimore, almost in Parkville. Um, and we had a blast there. We used to always have friends over and have parties as a pre-kids. Um, Sean and Stephanie were probably our two best friends of that era. We used to always go to dinner together and end up back at our place hanging out. So we were doing the business for the year. Mom had graduated at this point with her nursing degree, and immediately found a great job at St. Joseph Medical Center, and I was doing the junk thing. Um, we we decided to move to a little bit more of a rural place called Joppa, Maryland, which is just over the border from Baltimore County. It was in Harford County. Got an acre of land really cool Butler Stone Ranch house, and lived there for about a year and a half, 2 years, before we decided to um, sell the business and then back to Vermont. Um, Let me pick up there in a minute, because everything changes again.